Hi friends, today we are going to see pointers topic. Pointer in C language is a variable which stores the address of another variable. Usually till these many days we saw that variable will store some values, but the pointer variable will not store some data. Instead it will store only the address of any other variable. The data types for the pointers can be integer, char, array, function or any other pointer. Okay, so when you try to print a variable, for example, consider a variable name as var. If you print the var variable, it will give back the value stored in that variable. Okay, but when you try to print the ampersand of var, that is address of var, this will print the address in which this var variable is stored. So, and C program is very easy with pointers. Okay, some few tasks can be performed easily with pointers. For example, dynamic memory allocation. I think you would have already studied array concept. In array concept, once you declare the size, you cannot extend the size of memory. So for dynamic memory allocation, that is dynamic memory allocation is nothing but the memory you can extend when you want. Okay, so in array the disadvantage is once you have declared you cannot extend the memory. So for extending that memory dynamically we use dynamic memory allocation concept. In that concept cannot be performed without the pointer concept. So this pointer is very important. So first we will see a simple example, that is int n is equal to 10. So integer is the data type and n is your normal variable. So this n will store the value 10. Okay. So here int star p is equal to ampersand n. So this pointer variable is represented with this star symbol, that is asterisk symbol. In any variable, if you give the asterisk symbol, that variable will become as a pointer variable. So the data type used for this pointer variable is integer. So int asterisk p is equal to address of n. So as I said in the first line, a pointer variable which stores the address of another variable. So here in this pointer variable p, we are storing the address of n. That is, the address of this variable is being stored in this pointer. Okay. So here we will see one example in detail format. Here this is the first example. Int var is equal to 50. So this int is your data type, var is your variable name, and 50 you are storing it inside the var. And here I am printing printf. I am printing using printf function, printf %d /n is for new line, and var comma ampersand var. So this var will print the value stored in this variable var, that is 50 will be displayed, and this ampersand var will display the address of var. Okay, now see the pictorial representation. Here this is the var variable which stores value 50. Okay, the address for this var is 1001. So this is the address of var. So in this line, when you print it, the output will be 50 and 1001. That is the value stored in the var, and this is the address of var 1001. Okay. So the third line, int star ptr is equal to ampersand of var. Int is the data type and star ptr is your pointer variable. This stores the address of this var. So this ptr will have the address of this var, that is 1001. Okay. So when you try to print ptr, it will print the value as 1001. Okay, when you print the address of ptr, it will print as 2047. Okay. So here in this statement, I am printing ptr. So the ptr will be 1001. And here I have given star ptr. So the star ptr is nothing but it will points to the value inside this address. Okay, so here in the PTR we have 1001. So it will fetch the value inside this address. So what is the value inside this address? 50. So this will be printed out. Okay, so the output for this line will be 1001 and 50. Okay, since 50 is stored inside this address. So the last line, what is given? I have printed the ampersand of PTR, the address of PTR, that is 2047. So this is the next example with a float data type. So it is similar to the first example. Float VAR is equal to 250.5, and here I am printing VAR, that is this value will be printed 250.5, and next address of this var. So you will get the address of that variable. Next, the data type for this pointer variable is float. So float star PTR is equal to ampersand of var. So address of this variable will be stored in this pointer. Next, here I have used a format specifier as %p. Okay, in last example we printed all the address with %d, that is the format specifier of integer. This is a format specifier for the pointer. So if I give the format specifier as %p, then this will print the address of PTR, that is address of this var variable in hexadecimal format. Hexadecimal is nothing but it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so and this in hexadecimal format it starts with 0x, that is a representation of hexadecimal. So this is the address of the var variable. Okay, and next we are printing star PTR, that is you will fetch the value of the address. Okay, so that's it. Since I have given as %d, it is showing some garbage value because the value stored in the VR is in float data type, but I am trying to print the value in integer data type. So it is throwing some garbage value. So next is an example with a string. Okay, char s of, this is a character array. So string always will represent with will declare or initialize with a character array. So char s of s bracket equal to hello. So this is how it will go and store in the memory. Okay, next line we are assigning this string to a pointer variable. The data type for this pointer variable is character. Char star p is equal to s. So here I am printing, I am giving the format specifier as %c. So this will print the character. Okay, %c /n comma star ptr plus 3. So this is first, according to the order of precedence, first the bracket will be executed. So this p represents a 0th index. Okay, so 0th index I have given p plus 3. So it will increment 1, 2, 3. So this L will be, so this to this address only now the pointer will point. So here I am giving star of p plus c. So it will fetch the value in this address. So the L will be printed. Okay. So next line I am printing s of 1. So usually already you have studied arrays. So in arrays the index will start from 0. So as usual, H has 0th index, E will store in first index, L in second index, L in third index, 0 in fourth O in fourth index. Then at last you will have the null value. Okay, only for string you will have the null value. Okay, so here s of 1. So it will fetch the value stored in the first index. So this E will be printed. Next I am printing star p plus 3. So here for star p will be executed. So star p is nothing but, as I said before, p will points to the 0th index. So star p is, it will fetch the value inside this address. So what is the value stored in this address? H. Okay, so from this H it will increment the 3 value. So according to the alphabetic order, after H it is I, J, K. So if you increment the 3 character from H alphabet, k will be displayed. Okay, this is according to the alphabetic order. You just tell the alphabets and see. Okay, so from this value it increments by 3. So this fourth example is similar to the third example. So instead of hello, I have given the C programming. Here see, first C is stored in the 0th index. Even for this space, the index will be allocated. Okay, so C, for space, the space will store in the first index, then P will store in the second index, and it goes on. Okay, so in the second line I am storing this n to a character pointer, and next line I am giving P plus 3, that is it as usual. The P points to the 0th index, plus 3 means it will shift to third address, 1, 2, 3. So it points to this address. So star P plus 3, it fetches the value inside this address, that is R. Okay, this will be printed. Next I am printing star P plus 3. So star P, it fetches the values inside this P, that is in the 0th index, what value is there, it will fetch that value, and this value will be incremented. So according to the alphabetic order, after C, D, E, F. So F will be printed. Okay, so this is the example. Next we are going to see void pointer. Void pointer in C is a pointer which is not associated with any data type. Okay, it's a general purpose data type. For malloc, cloc, these are the functions of dynamic memory allocation. For this functions, void pointer is a return type, default return type. Okay, that void pointer is, this cannot return any value. Okay, if I give the data type as void star P is equal to address of I. If you try to print the star P, it will throw an error. Okay, for void you cannot return the value. Okay, if you want this program to be executed, then you have to typecast this pointer variable into integer. Okay, see here, star int pointer of P. So if you want to print this program, then you have to typecast with integer pointer. So next is null pointer. In null pointer, a null pointer is a pointer which points nothing. Okay, it doesn't point to any address. So when you try to print this program, int star P is equal to null. So this will return 0 because it is not pointing to any address. So it will print 0. So these are the basic usage of null pointers. To initialize a pointer variable when that pointer variable isn't assigned to any valid memory address yet. Okay, so it doesn't point to any memory. So to pass a null pointer to a function argument when we don't want to pass any valid memory address. So these are the usage of null pointer. Thank you.